Hey, this is Shane Hips with the Home Pros Radio Show. Not only am I a contractor, I also work in the real estate industry. If you own or operate a real estate brokerage that you're considering stepping away from, or if you're planning your retirement, give me a call so we can discuss how to keep your cash flow coming to you. Don't let all of your hard work fall by the wayside. Call me at 864-326-5252. That's 864-326-5252. I look forward to talking to you.
The Home Pros Radio Show. Brought to you by Prime Lending. Home loans made simple. Welcome to the Home Pros Radio Show, the premier resource for the well-informed homeowner. With over 30 years of combined home inspection and renovation experience, your hosts, Tommy Donovan and Shane Hips, help you stay on top of your home improvement and home maintenance needs. Visit homeprosradio.com to access the trusted product and service providers that are a part of our Home Pros network. Find the Home Pros Radio Show on Facebook and Twitter for regular show updates and additional information on the topics covered on our show.
One of the things that a lot of home owners are debating over now is, all right, we're in a recession by the book. How does that affect how we live in our homes? Should we spend the money on renovating? A lot of folks are deciding, well, with the climate the way it is economically, let's not move, let's not buy a new house, let's just renovate. But then there's the question, should we renovate?
Yeah, how much do you want to spend on this renovation?
Yes.
That's a big decision there.
So the answer to the question, we have a couple sources that we're going to be following here, and one of those sources is the U.S. News and World Report. They actually have an article out there. What home renovations should you make in a recession? In a recession type of economy? We're going to share that story with you, and really what it boils down to is, what is your intention with the home?
Yeah.
So are you going to be so you want to ask yourself, all right, I think the question is
consider your time
horizon.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's a term that I like to steal from the investment people. It's like when you're investing in mutual funds and stuff, determining your volatility on what you invest.
Yes.
How risky your investments are has everything to do with when do you want to see that money again.
Absolutely.
Is it long term or is it short term?
Mm-hmm.
It's the exact same thing. And in the investment circles, they talk about your time horizon is how much time do you have before you're going to need that money.
Yeah, and I think this always comes into play with me as far as the time, not so much about the money. I mean, now I understand it comes to the money now, but it's like, are you going to be in the house long enough to enjoy whatever it is?
Yeah.
Or is it just wasting? Is it just throwing money out the back door? I mean, depending on what.
Depending.
I think this is a big word this week. I think this is most time we've ever said that in the show.
Yeah. So do you want, and this is what you want to look at it. Do you see yourself in the house long term? Well, then maybe you want to consider a renovation that fits your needs, right? That way you can enjoy it.
Yes.
Maybe you can add that extra addition so you can have a home office and work out of your house for the next 10 years you plan on living in. You're going to see, you're going to recoup and
enjoy it.
Yes, and enjoy it as well.
Yes.
A question I get a lot with homeowners or home buyers is, the water heater's older. Should I put a tankless water heater in? Well, it's a lot more expensive.
Right.
If you're buying the home and planning on making it your, as some people call it, our forever
home, yes.
Then consider that tankless water heater because you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah. Might as well.
But if you're turning around and selling it tomorrow, put in a regular tank water heater. Let the next homeowner decide.
Yeah.
Long term.
I'd done a kitchen renovation, I guess it's been a couple of years ago now, but they were planning on living in the house 10 more years. So they wanted to go ahead and update the kitchen because she wanted to enjoy it for 10 years, but when they sell it, it won't be so dated.
Yes.
It won't be completely, is it going to be brand new at that time? No, but it's not going to be. It's not going to be like the shag carpet today. So yeah, if you're going to be there long enough, why not enjoy it yourself?
Yeah. So she didn't put in tile countertops. I'm trying to think of what else is dated.
Yeah.
What else
tile
dates
countertops,
a kitchen? Avocado appliances. Those are the fun ones.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, I'm sitting here trying to think of all these different things. There's all kind of crazy things.
So consider your time horizon. If you're there long term, remodel to fit your needs. But if it's just short term, focus on remodels that add value.
Yes,
right. So
agreed.
Value for you, add value because if you're going to spend all that money to put in brand new countertops, granite countertops, and all that, and you're not even going to enjoy it, you're going to turn around and sell the house. Is that going to be worth it to spend that extra money?
Yeah, why are you fixing a house for somebody else?
Just so a buyer could come in and go, I don't like these granite countertops. Let's put something else in.
Yes.
Which is probably going to happen.
Yeah, one of my biggest pet peeves is redoing things. So if people are trying to do something to sell a house that I don't think is appealing enough to the masses, like if there's any specifics on it, because I always say appeal to the masses, because that's what you have. You would much rather 100 people like your house than one love it. Hey, this is Shane Hips with the Home Pros Radio Show. I'm looking for a few real estate agents that are considering a change in brokerage. Maybe you're wanting opportunities to make more money. You're possibly just not happy where you are. You could even be a new agent or considering getting into real estate. If any of these sound like you, give me a call at 864-326-5252 so we can discuss some of the options that are available to you. That's 864-326-5252. Talk to you soon. That one's going to guaranteed to buy it, but who knows if that one's going to ever show up? You know, you might have 100 other people that like it, and you know your odds are better. It's it's odds. That's all it is. So anytime someone's trying to spend money on something that like painting, and I know someone's going to come in there and paint it anyway. Do I agree with painting the whole house a neutral color and also it shows better? Yes, but I don't agree with let's paint this room because it's ugly now. It's real ugly, so let's just paint this one room. It's like somebody else could come in here and paint it because you got all these different colors all over this house. They would come in here and paint the whole house. Yeah. Just leave your ugly room and give them a paint allowance.
So that's something we're going to get into here in a little bit. So basically the lesson to be learned in this portion of the show is as long as your home retains its value for whatever value you need it for, it makes it easier to spend money on your house. So consider that. So the good thing, all right, so we're technically in a recession, right? But the good thing is homes, for the most part, are retaining their value.
Yes.
Like we're not having the bottom fall out of the market like it happened, 10, 12 years ago.
Right.
When all of a sudden homes, the appraisal values were dropping.
Yes.
So you don't run the risk as much of performing a renovation that is not going to
of losing your butt
be worth it. Yes, it's a good way. It's a nice way of saying it. So consider that. As long as a home retained, you're going to consider two things: how long you're going to stay in the home, and then what is the market like? Are the homes retaining their value? Then you can be a little more risky with making some, or I shouldn't say risky. You could be more free to make some decisions that you want to make.
Yeah. You don't have to be as frugal.
Yes. Keith Liston, president of Liston Design and Build in St. Louis, Missouri. He's been remodeling there since 1984. In this article says, remodeling is a recession-resistant industry. This would be, I've been looking forward to hearing your input on this because he's talking about as our home remodeler, it's recession-proof for a business like his. It just the difference is the jobs might change a little bit.
Yeah, they might be a little smaller.
That's exactly what he said.
The jobs will be smaller. There'll be simpler things, not as much moving walls and stuff, but more. I'm sure we're gonna get into it in a minute, but more fixture changing and prettying up.
There you go.
More lipstick.
He says the normal cost of living increase for materials right now is typically about 5% a year. Over the past couple of years, it's been as much as 20%.
Right.
And that's something you've seen too, right?
Absolutely.
So, chief economist at Angie, we've all heard about Angie, that website.
Yeah, now it's just Angie.
Misha Fisher, yep.
She used to have a list.
It used to be Angie's list, but she tossed that list.
And now she's taking credit for everything.
And exactly. And she dropped the E too. Wasn't it Angie with an E? Now she dropped the E. I guess she's getting a little more.
She's getting fancy.
Yeah. So she says boosting, one of the things that you can do if you're trying to save money and you want to boost the value of your home is curb appeal. It's one way to do that inexpensively. Painting the front door, adding new plants, replacing the porch lights or other fixtures on the exterior. Smaller upgrades to inexpensively add value to a kitchen A lot of folks want to remodel the kitchen. If you want to do that and save money, replace the cabinet hardware.
Yes, that's
Change
a
the
simple
look of a kitchen.
As long as you, my advice here, make sure you go back with something that has the same amount of holes as what you have now. Don't try to go from a double hole handle to a single hole handle, because now it's doable, but you got repairs to make on those cabinets now where you're trying to keep the cost down. So just go find something you like more that still has the same amount of holes. If you can do that, it's worth it.
An easy way to upgrade or boost your kitchen is inexpensively is to add a new backsplash. And that's one way of doing it. Partial upgrades in bathrooms, because full upgrades in bathrooms could be expensive. Maybe just stick to a new vanity or, again, hardware on your cabinet.
Thank you for listening to the Home Pros Radio Show. If you have a question for the Home Pros, visit us online at homeprosradio.com, where you can also catch our podcast episodes and learn more about the topics and guests we bring to you each week. The Home Pros Radio Show is made possible by Prime Lending, RIC Home Inspections, Closing Contractor, Radon Recon, and Carolina Heating Service. If you are a trusted service provider in our area and would like to contribute to the show, send us a message through our Contact Us page at homeprosradio.com. Once again, thanks for listening to the Home Pros Radio Show.